The first news: shortcut to produce hydrogen seen as step to cleaner fuel, by environment correspondent Alistair Dollo. OSLO. Scientists have produced hydrogen by accelerating a natural process found in rocks deep below the Earth's surface. A shortcut that may herald the wider use of what is a clean fuel, a study showed on Sunday. Used in rockets and in battery-like fuel cells, hydrogen is being widely researched as a non-polluting fuel, but its use is so far hampered by high costs. A few hydrogen vehicles are already on the roads, such as the Honda FXC, Clarity, and Mercedes-Benz F-Cell, and more are planned. Researchers in France said aluminum oxide speeded up a process by which hydrogen is produced naturally when water meets olivine, a common type of rock, under the high temperatures and pressures found at great depths. We have overcome a preliminary step for a carbon-free energy production, lead researcher Muriel Andrini of the University Claude Bernard Lyon, one in France, told Reuters. The addition of aluminum oxide accelerated the natural process by between 7 and 50 times, using temperatures of between 200 and 300 degrees Celsius, at a pressure equivalent to twice the depth of the deepest ocean. In the process, olivine turns into the mineral serpentine, and water splits into its components, hydrogen and oxygen. Currently, the most widely used technology for producing hydrogen, separating it from natural gas, requires far higher temperatures of 700 degrees Celsius and releases heat-trapping carbon dioxide as a byproduct. Using lower temperatures would save energy and money. Water vapor. Fuel cells, which melt hydrogen with oxygen in the air to yield electricity, emit only water. That makes them attractive as a way to cut greenhouse gas emissions and air pollution. Far more research is needed to see if the French findings could be increased to a commercial scale, said Jesse Abzubel of the Rockefeller University in New York. Scaling this up to meet global energy needs in a carbon-free way would probably require 50 years, he said in a statement, but a growing market for hydrogen in fuel cells could help pull the process into the market. The findings will be presented to the American Geophysical Union meeting in San Francisco from December 9th to 13th, after an initial report in the journal American Mineralogist in October. The work is part of the Deep Carbon Observatory, a 10-year project due for completion in 2019, involving 1,000 researchers in 14 nations. Among puzzling DCO findings, experts said microbes living in tiny fissures in deep rocks where hydrogen forms naturally, often continents apart, seem to be related to one another in what may be a deep subterranean microbe network. Matt Scanrunk of Michigan State University said life extended to at least 4 or 5 km deep under land, and it was unclear how similar microbes had spread to places as far apart as South Africa, North America, and Japan. It is easy to understand how birds are similar oceans apart, but it challenges the imagination to think of nearly identical microbes 16,000 km apart from each other in the cracks of hard rock at extreme depths, he said. The DCO project is trying to combine chemistry, biology, geology, and even astrophysics. It is a path to discovery between new areas of science. Robert Hazen, head of the DCO at the Carnegie Institution of Washington, told Reuters. The second news: search underway for a couple, 4 kids in Nevada snow. Lovelock, NEV. A search resumed Monday in the remote mountains of northwest Nevada for a couple and 4 children who went to play in the snow and haven't returned after a night of sub-zero temperatures. Pershing County deputies said aircraft and crews on the ground were searching for 34-year-old James Glanton, his 25-year-old girlfriend Christina McGlanton, and the 4 children, a 10-year-old, 2 4-year-olds, and a 3-year-old. The relationship between the couple and children was unclear. Officials said the group went to the Seven Falls area Sunday in a silver Jeep with a black top but hadn't returned home. It was unclear what supplies they might have been carrying or whether they were able to communicate with rescuers. I'm hoping they all huddled together and stayed in the Jeep, Nevada Highway Patrol Trooper Chuck Allen said Monday. That would be a best-case scenario. The situation was considered especially urgent because of unseasonably cold temperatures in the nearby small town of Lovelock. Temperatures dipped to 16 below zero early Monday. National Weather Service meteorologist Mark Deutschendorf said. Dispatcher Jerry Reed said the search began Sunday evening and continued through most of the night. A Navy search and rescue team was assisting Pershing County authorities, and the Civil Air Patrol was expected to join the effort, Reid said. Several inches of snow was on the ground in the area, but the blacktop on the silver 2005 Jeep should help make it easier to spot from the air, authorities said. The Seven Falls is named after a series of 7 parallel canyons below 7 through peak elevation 7,474 feet in the Kama Mountains, stretching north across the Pershing-Humboldt country line. Allen said it's an isolated area with spotty cellular coverage. It's about 20 miles northwest of where Lovelock sits on Interstate 80, about 80 miles northeast of Reno, and about 20 miles southeast of the Black Rock Desert, where the annual Burning Man Counterculture Festival is held. It's remote and it's rocky, Nevada Department of Wildlife spokesman Chris Hawley said. There are good dirt roads into the pass, but they are dirt roads, and it is cold and snow, so it's not ideal. The Pershing County Sheriff's Office said in a news release that Glenton McEntee and the children had gone to the area to play in the snow. It did not elaborate. Haley said Seven Thrush is a popular area for hunting chukars, a pheasant-sized winter game bird. So it's not the kind of area where there would be nobody around, he said Monday, but most chukar hunters are smart enough not to go out in the weather we have now. The third news, Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher attend her brother's wedding. Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher haven't made any plans to make things official, but they looked pretty good walking down the aisle at Kunis' brother's wedding in St. Petersburg, Florida on Saturday, December 7th. The 30-year-old actress turned heads as a bridesmaid in a strapless pink dress, as her older brother Michael Kunis, 36, tied the knot with ballet dancer Alexa Blacker, 29. The pair became engaged last year after meeting through Mila, who was trained by Blacker to play a dancer in the 2010 film Black Swan, reports People magazine. And though it was her brother's big day, Mila reportedly caused quite the buzz herself, as she continued to wear a ring on that finger. Mila wore a gold band on her engagement ring finger, but it didn't have a diamond, just a simple gold band similar to a wedding band. A source told E! News. Mila was very happy for her brother and his wife. During the ceremony, she stood at the altar and seemed very focused on the vows. Rumors that she may be engaged to Kutcher first began when Kunis was spotted sporting the ring in September. See Mila and Ashton at her brother's wedding below. The fourth news, honeymoon planners offer travel perks, personal touch. As both a reward for surviving the stress of wedding planning and a celebration of your new partnership, a honeymoon should be as relaxing and idyllic as possible. The question is, did you get the best experience by booking online? Travel agents said that nothing can replace the personal touch and insider perks you can get from their relationships with hotels, airlines, and other resources. Oftentimes, travel agents have access to special rates or exclusive packages, said Katie Frederick of Ever After Honeymoons. Of Ever After Honeymoons. Plus, a lot of hotel brands have executive executive agent programs for their top agents, which means great perks and amenities passed on to clients. I frequently receive emails from couples during their honeymoon thanking me for their upgrade to the penthouse. Bottle of champagne and snacks in the room when they arrived, or a special perk like a couple's massage or a unique experience like tequila and ceviche tasting. Red. Are honeymoon registers tasteful or tacky? Frederick, who coordinates honeymoons for couples with a minimum budget of $6,000, told ABC News that while booking online is convenient, it has drawbacks. If you book through an online booking site, you are just another guest at the hotel, she said. By booking with a honeymoon planner, you have a contact to reach out for helping while traveling. Using a travel agent, whether booking for a honeymoon, skip trip, or summer vacation, is still popular. Approximately $2 billion in sales ending June 30, 2013 was for Flight Century USA, the USA umbrella company for Liberty Travel. In fact, the U.S. is the second largest contributor to the global Flight Century's total sales of nearly $15 billion. Read more inside LeBron James' romantic Roman honeymoon. If you have a limited budget, agents can also work to find solutions and offer advice. Don't spend a huge portion of your budget on flights. Splurge on great hotels and experiences to make your honeymoon extra special, said Frederick. Also, don't travel during holidays or peak season for a specific destination. Take advantage of slower seasons or the time just before or after peak season. All-inclusive resorts are also an easy way to keep spending in check. Riviera Maya, Mexico has lots of resorts, beautiful beaches, and affordable flights from many cities in the U.S., suggested Frederick. And agents may recommend a locale that wasn't previously on the newlyweds' radar. A majority of couples that reach out to me don't know where they want to go for their honeymoon, she said. By going over their budget, travel debts, interests, and things they are looking to do, I'm able to create custom options for them. Oftentimes, the destinations couples decide to go are places they never would are places they would are places they never would have thought of. The fifth news: Paul Walker fans hold memorial and car rally. Fans wore commemorative shirts and rode the engines of their performers' cars in honor of Paul Walker. Thousands of friends, fans, and car enthusiasts paid tribute to Fast and Furious star Paul Walker at a special car rally and public memorial service in Los Angeles. High-performance car fans revealed their engines in his honor at the event in Santa Clarita on Sunday. The actor's Fast and Furious co-star Rick Young was among those who attended. Walker and his friend Roger Rhodes both died when Rhodes' Porsche crashed and burst into flames last Saturday. Thousands of fans paid their respects to Fast and Furious actor Paul Walker at the spot in Los Angeles where he died. We mourn his loss, but maybe we could just remember how great a guy this guy was and celebrate his life, Young said at the event, which was organized through social media. It had been due to start at midday, but people arrived hours early to leave flowers, candles, stuffed animals, and other tributes. A crowd of around 5,000 people had gathered by the afternoon. Police said the event was mostly peaceful, although a man was arrested for carrying a partially hidden and loaded gun, and there were several tickets issued for illegal parking. The memorial concluded with a cruise through the area, 30 miles northwest of downtown Los Angeles. Dozens of cars were driven through the area for a special cruise, marking the end of the memorial. Walker and Rhodes, who bonded over a passion for fast cars, were driving in Rhodes' Porsche following an event of Walker's charity, Reach Out Worldwide. The car crashed into a pole and tree and burst into flames. Investigators believed speed was a factor. Coroner's officials revealed Walker died from a combination of injuries suffered in the impact and burns from the resulting fire, while Rhodes died from multiple traumatic injuries. A makeshift memorial has since been set up at the site of the crash, where fans have left their tributes. Thousands of fans have now left tributes at the site of the crash. Local gardener Eddie Maya told reporters at Sunday's event he was blessed to have worked for the actor. I have to work next to his house twice a week. It is heartbreaking, he said. Walker, who starred in 5 of the 6 Fast and Furious films, was making the 7th movie in the franchise when he died. Universal Pictures has put production on hold. The actor's family has asked for donations to be made to his charity, which helps provide relief in response to natural disasters around the world, instead of flowers or other gifts. The sixth news. There are 8 movies coming out Christmas Day. Here's which ones you should see. December is a big movie month. For those heading out to theaters on Christmas, there are 8 movies coming out. Of those, 4 are big wide releases. Not sure what to see? We've broken down which films are worth watching for everyone. 1. Skip 47 Ronin. Universal Pictures. What it's about. Reeves swings around a sword as a samurai as he leads an army of 47 warriors to avenge the death of their master. The only reason to see it, Keanu Reeves, is the actor's return front and center in a big-budget film for the first time in 10 years. Why you should pass. We love Reeves, but after some thought, we're not convinced from the trailers. This looks like a great film. Maybe it's the monstrous woman turning into a cheesy-looking CGI dragon. Maybe it's the fact the film has a tumultuous, tumultuous, tumultuous production story. It's been pushed back since November 2012, with a budget estimated at $225 million. Either way, both leave us hesitant. At the least, you should check out the graphic novel. Worth, not, worth noting, since his time away on screen, his last big films were in 2003. Reeves has become internet famous, gaining traction for a viral meme, said Kanu. The once Matrix actor really resonates with fans, and no matter how bad this movie may be, it may very well end up surprising at the box office, despite all the competition. 2. Run Out and See The Wolf of Wall Street. Paramount Pictures and Red Granite Pictures. What it's about. Leonardo DiCaprio is back as another wealthy socialite, this time as crooked stockbroker Jordan Belfort. Why this is a must-see. Other than the sex, drugs, and over-the-top wild parties on screen, list anything from the Oscar GIF for Leonardo DiCaprio. Paramount Pictures. This is a DiCaprio and director Martin Scorsese's fifth time working together on a film. Despite DiCaprio's 2 Oscar nominations for Best Actor, he has yet to win an Academy Award. Early reviews, including one from our executive producer, Justin Manman, are raving about the performances. If that is enough, our own Lynette Lopez got her hands on the script for the film last year and picked out the 15 scenes she can't wait to see. Overrated. Grudge Match. 3. Overrated. Grudge Match. Warner Bros. Pictures. What it's about. Robert De Niro and Sylvester Stallone are returning to the boxing ring to go a few rounds for the title of top boxer. Why to watch? The addition of Kevin Hart for comic relief may be the only saving grace to an otherwise campy film that seems outdated and unnecessary. Why to pass? Do you really want to watch Rocky vs. Raging Bull? We're not sure how many crowds of audiences have been saying they want to see such this epic fight on screen. How many other films with 2 older actors trying to recapture the spotlight have you seen do well this year? The Incredible Burt Wonderstone with Jim Carrey and Escape Plan with Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger are 2 examples that come to mind. This isn't something like the Avengers vs. the Justice League that may get fans all riled up. 4. Steer Clear. The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. What's about? Based on the James Thurber book. Ben Stiller stars as a shy guy constantly lost in a daydream who finally goes on a big life adventure. Who should see it? Fans of the book. Kristen Wiig. Stiller fans. Why you should pass. Collective early reviews for the film agreement stayed on arrival with the adaptation lost in its own fantasy. If we're being serious, between American Hustle, The Wolf of Wall Street, and Liz Pick, would go with either of the former choices. The four other movies out Christmas Day. 5. August Osage Country. How can you go wrong with Mary Streep and Julia Roberts? A group of women come together for a family crisis. Ewan McGregor also stars in the film produced in part by George Clooney. Worth a watch.